Definitely the markets on Zabu are just going to be open just a few minutes from now. Of course, you can invest with them as low as 15,000 again in shillings. So definitely, that is Zabu for you. They tell you no hassle, so you can reach out to them when you dial *29#, and of course follow the prompts and procedures right there. So like I told you, you can invest as low as 15,000 again in shillings. So opening time is 8:15 a.m. That is a few minutes from now, and of course till 3:15 p.m. So if you want to invest in government bonds and securities, Zabo says my money, my future, and of course powered by Altex East Africa, telling you to do something new for yourself, 2023. And of course, right now I'm joined with Andrew Barije, and of course he was giving us, the traffic that was happening along Fairway Road. The cars from that side of Wandegea were a little bit, people going to the city center, people going to work.
Yeah, actually, there wasn't really much.
People are still sleeping, nights in the bed sleeping.
You see, this is the advantage of the rains falling. Actually, I made that statement when I was introducing.
Is it an advantage?
If the rains fall early in the night, it's very much more easy, because even people with vehicles will say, you know what, let me first keep home till the rain stops, because somehow. But if the rain start at about 6:45 to 7, because by 6:45 people are already on the road. That's why you see the massive congestion. That's according to my observation. That's why today, when it rained the entire night, I came in the morning knowing that everything is going to be okay, and indeed it was okay. I didn't find any congestion. Even at the fairway traffic lights, it was very evident there was no congestion.
Oh, well, of
Business
course.
is very fine. It's moving efficient.
Well, just to remind you that, of course, we are here to take you till 9:55 a.m. And, of course, just for a young entrepreneur, and, of course, you're in business, we are here to get you inspired. Let's go briefly to this. Well, you only live once, like most youth, or maybe everyone knows that YOLO, you only live once, but once you do it right, once is enough.
Yeah, of course, doing it right. Because in most cases, we actually have this perspective, I need a second chance. Of course, it's okay, but you can still use the chance that the universe or God has availed to you at that particular time. Because I believe there is a reason as why you're existing at that time. Why there's a reason why you didn't exist in the past times. You're existing at that time. So it is more than to discern.
We all live once, really. There is that. We only live once. You have to use that one chance that you have to live. And that's maybe for those that resurrect, resurrect from death. But then there are very few. Only Jesus Christ is going to have resurrected.
No, but of course, there are people still have resurrected people. It's on record.
Yeah, but then you become a whole different person after that.
Yeah,
you become a different person. So live life like you're dying the next, like someone said, live as if you're dying the next day. So
Exactly.
what you do it perfectly. It may not be perfectly like you expect it to be, but then you have to keep in mind that you live once. So whatever you're doing, do it according to the right means and the right way, okay? So definitely that is it. And of course, the very first to trust in yourself. Do you believe in yourself, people? Do you think you can do it? You know, every morning wake up in yourself, look yourself in the mirror and you know what? I can do this. I was born for this. I was born for this. I know I got it in me. I have the energy in me. So today I'm going to get it. I'm going to get whatever I have. So believe in yourself. Trust yourself, you know. But then there is trusting yourself and then being delusional that you can do some things. I mean, I've always told people, if you know you cannot do something, I mean, be honest with yourself. Tell the other person, you know what, I don't think I can do it, and maybe I could learn.
Exactly.
You know, why would someone ask you to do something yet you know you're not really conversant with it? And you know you bring shoddy work and it's not done. Be open. Tell them, you know what, much as I believe in myself, I do not know how to do it, but then you can teach me. I know there I can learn. Okay? So it's okay to learn. If you're lost, ask for directions, people. Ask for directions. What is wrong with asking for direction? It's better than getting lost and then, you know, you have to bear the consequences of approaching people who you left behind again, asking them, oh, by the way, can you please direct me to somewhere? And you left them behind. So please, there is also where you stop. You know, trust yourself, believe in yourself, but then if you don't know something, ask, inquire. People will be of help. People are always there to help you, so definitely I could tell you that for today.
All right, that is quite very interesting to really understand, and I believe you believing in yourself starts with actually what you hear of the people that you actually surround yourself with, the materials that you surround yourself with. Well, from that perspective, you'll build your entire identity with what you hear and what you see. So that really matters a lot. Well, now as we head into our business discussion today, talking about businesses, managing small businesses in Uganda today, as we have quite a number of them that are just starting. And of course, we posted our question in there on the social media about why do most businesses in Uganda fail to celebrate? Now, that is their first birthday. I mean, I believe it's accompanied with quite a number of reasons. First year in business. Majority, if they make their first birthday, by chance somehow, they don't go beyond 2 to 3 years. 3 years is the maximum period. So that is something to really look into. And ahead on, we shall be getting what the replies of the different people as we can proceed.
This is Mummy's boy, and of course he says, I think the government just focuses on giving crazy tax holidays to foreigners and spending billions on teaching people how to drink coffee, forgetting the local businessmen. This is really funny. You know, people. You know,
I can feel his pain. I can feel his pain. I mean, this. I mean, when you look at all these lots of these expenses, because what I normally tell people, regardless of what statistics come out saying, you know, the GDP per capita of this country stays, because the GDP per capita can actually be an entire whole sum of the earnings of the people in the world. I mean, in the country. Then you divide by that number, definitely it will seem big. But coming down to the small business owner, they are suffering it so hard, and billions are spent on teaching people how to make coffee. I understand the pain.
Yeah, this is at Miriam Wambetse, and she says, poor management skills with people thinking that a business will give you back all the money you invested in instantly. Yeah. That is also one of the things. Like,
we want quick returns, quick fixes, and I want to investigate more and get.
Oh my God! For a business to give you what you invested in, you have to take years, 3, 5 years, really, because if it's a huge business, depending.
And there is a deception that I've seen among this majority of us, whereby you have something small, you want to do small, but you want to get something big, and you give yourself a very short time frame.
Yeah, this is Keith Mund okay. And he says some entrepreneurs underestimate the level of planning and preparation required to launch and sustain a business successfully. Now, inadequate business plans, market research, or lack of clear goals can lead to early failure. That is right. Yeah, if you don't have a plan, you don't have market research.
Exactly.
You're not marketing. You don't know your customers. I don't think you can reach that far.
Absolutely.
So definitely look into that. Have a plan, quarterly plan, year plan. And this is Palm the Empress, and she says the cost of living increases continuously, leaving lots of businessmen in debts and loans. Since there is a need to reach basic needs, leading to their closure. Now, the government is only centered at collecting taxes from the local man and financing government officials' trips. Okay.
Yo,
interesting.
That is interesting.
This is John Mukajanga, and he says, people want to always make it real quick, such as SMEs bring in low income returns in a short run, forgetting that every journey begins with one step. And besides, Rome wasn't built in one day. Good one right there. Rome wasn't built in one day. Okay, every journey begins with a step.
Exactly.
Yeah, so no rush, no rush. Yeah, it may not come as you expected, but there is no need to
and
rush.
Of course, the rush aspect brings me the aspect of not taking time to take a look at the details, the nitty-gritties of something as you're actually executing it. And that's what is clearly putting the line between the Western world, the developed world, and the world we live in here, or what we can call the third world. Taking time to understand what things are really are. It's not, you don't just wake up. I've seen this experience from the movie makers. Somebody can take 8 weeks trying to get the perfect scene for something because he knows this is something I'm producing to make billions of dollars out of it. So I gotta check the risk of understanding the depth and the details of everything that comes with it. Well, I think at this point in time now, this brings us to the point of understanding in the use of technology, or what we can call artificial intelligence, when it comes to business growth and development. Yeah.
Well, of course, AI can help
Yeah.
AI can help small business analyze their data more efficiently. Of course, with AI, we've seen ChatGPT. People are using ChatGPT actually to make much more research. So definitely, and of course, with data analysis, AI can help small businesses in Uganda analyze their data more efficiently. And of course, whether it is customer data, sales figures, or market trends, AI-driven analytics tools can provide valuable insights that enable better decision making and strategy development. AI, artificial intelligence, is there to give us more knowledge on how we can build our businesses. You go and ask, it will give you ideas actually. So definitely incorporating AI into our daily business could actually help boost and increase income in our businesses. It can give you knowledge. Oh my goodness, do you know the surprising information that AI can give you that you did not know? It's just that maybe it doesn't give us what it gives you, even if it's competition, dealing with a competitor, it gives you all the possible ideas that you can really rise up and beat the neighbor next. There is this thing in Uganda. There are shops that have the similar commodities. If it's retail shops, they're going to be like 7 retail shops in one line. Just imagine you're in that one line. And of course, there is already that one person that people do support. So what is it that you bring differently on the table? But of course, away from that, also with customer engagement can give you knowledge on how to engage with your customers. Okay, so of course, chatbots and virtual assistants powered by AI can enhance customer engagement on small businesses, websites, and social media platforms. So you see, social media you can use AI to do your customer care services. Okay, someone could type in a question and it can reply. Just in case you're busy or maybe you have a lot of customers, you could instruct it and it will give the possible reply to your customers. Okay, or you could come and read them through and maybe you could reply depending on what the question could have been or the inquiry could have been. But of course, that is what the AI can do for you. And of course, that is it for AI.
Yeah, artificial intelligence in that way, and it's been, of course, there has been a rapid evolution of AI that is on the scope of businesses, most especially in Africa. Now, the rapid evolution of artificial intelligence is fundamentally reshaping that is the operational landscape that is of businesses, and now this transformative technology is not automating process, but also significantly, of course, enhancing decision-making capabilities, exerting a substantial influence that is on enterprises that is in various scales here. But of course, before we can proceed further, let's take a look on the businesses that can actually be started by somebody. Before we talk about putting in artificial intelligence, what are those businesses, if you're this kind of a person that is on budget, that you could actually think about running? Yeah.
We have food truck businesses. Actually, I've not seen this in Uganda anywhere. You could do a food truck, it's a mobile truck. Walks, then parks somewhere and has food. People just line up and have their maybe like takeaway food. So you could have your mobile, just buy a van, put in your whatever oven and whatever, start cooking. Then coffee shops. We produce coffee. I don't know why we don't have many coffee shops really. Is it because you guys do not know how to consume coffee? But then we have investors coming in, we have tourists coming in. So you could be strategic enough. You know, you put it in a location where you know most of these people consume a lot of coffee. Then we have bakery. Oh my goodness, who doesn't love to have pastry and eat delicious things, cake? Exactly. Then we have cooking classes. You know, if you have the gift of cooking, you can teach others. Because lately, women do not know how to cook. So you can get your money out there out of your talent. Then we have ice cream. We have actually event planning, photography. People are into events, they want to take photography, even just birthdays, baby showers, these events that are coming in. So where there is event planning, there's also photography, then there is fast food joints. The fast food joints, I'm seeing there are very many actually, very many around Kampala, even up country they're there. Yoga studio, most Africans don't do yoga. I don't know why, it's not our thing. It's spiritual.
Just mindset.
It's just mindset and spiritual, I think. Then pet business, daycare. So those are one of the those startup businesses you could begin if you're thinking on what to do. Makeup artists, you know, people are doing makeup lately. So just go for a tutorial on YouTube and, you know, start with how to draw an eyebrow. Soon enough, you're going to get it and do online tutorials.
Online tutorials.
Yeah, tutors. You could be a lecturer, you could be a professor, and you do not need to go to university. You just get your laptop, get your pad, and teach those students, and they get the money, give the money.
And actually, talking about the online tutorials, there are lots of people that have actually made millions of money and dollars due to actually putting out podcasts about day-to-day life activities, most especially when it comes to increasing money, you know, financial incomes. And actually, I saw something, a documentary. One of the famous journalists was actually interviewing some of these famous podcasters that, not necessarily podcasters, but the YouTube makers, the YouTube video makers that come out and speak about matters to do with prosperity. And surprisingly, some of them actually weren't as prosperous as they were posing to be. But why? The way the word selection and how they put out everything there was just very touching to the people. That once these people could actually call for conferences, people would be willing to pay $500 to attend those conferences. So, YouTube tutorials, but of course I would kindly suggest that you can actually get into the YouTube tutorial business when you at least have substance of what you're going to speak about. I believe that would be quite very impactful. Now, as we proceed with the report about artificial intelligence in Uganda, we see that AI is already having major impact that is on businesses. For instance, insurance companies are now using that is artificial intelligence that is to automate claims, processing and fraud detection in order that is to reduce costs and improve efficiency. And banks too are using AI that is to detect fraudulent transactions, provide personalized customer service, and we see this is helping to protect them, to protect their customers and improve customer satisfaction. Now retailers are using artificial intelligence, you see, to personalize marketing campaigns and recommend products to customers at the same time, and this is helping them to increase sales and improve customer loyalty. Yes, then the rapid advancement still in artificial intelligence and technology has triggered a significant that is transformation that is in the job market, raising concerns about job displacement and the workforce dynamics and AI's capability that is to automate tasks, analyze data, and perform cognitive functions has also led to its integration into that is the various industries and of course resulting in the displacement of certain roles. Well, Mercy, one thing people need to understand is that regardless of being a small business, I can understand you could be actually on budget, but there are aspects in life that you need, and AI is one of them. Why am I saying this, and why am I insisting on this? I know software companies in this country, Uganda, that actually have packages that they can distribute to the different organizations. For example, they have school monitoring systems, health monitoring systems. This can be employed in your small clinic out there. You could be also having a small business out there and you're trying to see how you can manage clients, suppliers to ensure that you have a stable supply. The value chain, the supply chain to understand your suppliers and also being able to detect the possible forces of supply and demand in the market. And now, this software is actually not expensive because, according to the policy in here in Uganda, I think it could also be the same in other countries in the country. You only pay an annual subscription of the software, so that you have these installations onto your business, and this is going to enable you to actually run your business very efficient and very well. Yes, this is something I believe is worth an investment. Consider it as your key capital, because it's going to solve you. It's going to help you actually get rid of, to enhance profitability. This profitability probably you would have obtained it in a longer time because you're trying to figure out with your own imagination, not logical, because with AI and business predictions, it's more of logical and basing on what is happening, basing on what is available. Now, this brings us back to the area of data science. Businesses, small businesses still need to invest in data science if we are to see a rapid growth. Not because most businesses are small, but they stay small. You see, we have an issue of businesses not seeing their first birthday, but even those businesses that are small, they stay small for quite some good time. 3, 5 years, it shouldn't be the time. At least you should have a time frame that in 3 years' time I should be here, 5 years' time I should be here, and in 10 years' time I should be around here. But now this is when we can enhance and capitalize on the available technologies in there. Well, it's exactly 26 minutes past 8. You're still watching Spot Means Business. I'm Andrew Barige with Masi Katsumi, and we are driving you all the way in here. But of course, at this point in time, still to remind you that the Markets on the Zaba platform are already on, and you can kindly participate by dialing *292#, which is simply the USSD code that will avail with options where you'll be in position to actually buy government bonds and securities for a fee of just 15,000 Ghana shillings. Now, the markets already open. As I speak right now, they're already on, and you can kindly participate of that. *292# is the code. Buy bonds and securities, 15,000 Ghana shillings, Monday up to Friday, 8:15 a.m., 3:15 p.m. East African time, apart from the weekends and the public holidays when these markets don't operate, but at least you have the rest of the days to capitalize and make money. Something which I believe is quite key and instrumental when it comes to financial growth and development. That's why Zaba clearly puts it out and says, my money, my future. And Altex East Africa tells you, well, you gotta do something new for yourself. That is 2023. Well, now SMB takes a short break, and of course coming up is sports. And now we have an interview here, the nice from a sports personality. Masi Katsumi will be conducting that shortly, and now, of course, that is going to be coming up after this break.
Smart 24